You know, I've always been interested in MOBAs. I played Smite. Yeah, that was really my only option when I played on the sticks. I tried out League when I got a PC because it looked cool. Never again. So yeah, I really only had Smite as my main MOBA. And nothing against Smite, it's an amazing game and Hi-Rez's most successful and longest running game, which says a lot. But I wanted more. Enter
Paragon,
a third-person MOBA released in 2016, and to keep a long story short, after bad decision, after weird, completely game-changing decisions, eventually shut down its servers in 2018. Despite Epic Games' non-existent vision for the game, it was a good one. And I guess I'm not the only one thinking that, because I count 1, 2, 3 Paragon remakes grabbing each other by the balls for that sweet #1 spot. Okay, that sentence was weird as hell and makes no sense, but my point is, I just want to make a quick video about how much I love Predecessor. So Pred is doing a playtesting phase again, and by the time this video goes out, it'll be almost over or completely over. I missed the first one, but luckily I caught this one, and I have a lot to say. Like firstly, how I didn't expect to make it into the lobby in the first place, or how stable this game is. So again, this is a Paragon remake, but this is in no way a simple copy paste of the original. There's a new map which I think is a mix between the Legacy map, which is a huge ass OG map, and Monolith, which was the more compressed map Epic pushed for shorter game times. The map looks to be leaning towards Monolith, but it seems big enough to not turn the game into a free-for-all 5 minutes in. Another thing with maps, and a unique mechanic about Paragon itself, is verticality. I can't really remember how jungles used to look, but I think Legacy's jungle terrain was super all over the place, which is really cool, and Pred's jungle isn't as crazy, but there's still a lot of room to use that verticality. They also removed that BS Invis river buff, so I see that as a complete win. Now moving on to heroes, they have their kits mostly intact. They now all have passives, and some got a few abilities tweaked and completely reworked to solidify their playstyle. Kalari, for example, is still an annoying pest, but less than what she used to be. Her invis now has a radius where you can see her, so you can actually counter it. And her ult isn't global, it's just a dash that deals a ton of damage. I never really knew what was going on with Feng Mao before, but his new slow and ult rework, letting him use it again before he kills someone, even though I never got to, is still pretty cool. Howitzer's ult lets him hover in the air and reduces cooldowns. He's still targetable and everything, so you can do some aerial combat. The only change I'm not so sure about is changing Grux's dash into a short range uppercut. It's gonna take some getting used to, and I got caught out a lot more now. Almost half of the casters in the game, with them working hard to push out more of the OG heroes. I'm just gonna say, the next hero should be my main man Crunch. Please make it happen, I want a punch! Oh yeah, before I forget, were there always voice lines for these guys?
just like he's on patrol.
I think that was one thing that bugged me, so if Almeida added voice lines for these heroes, good freaking job, seriously. Pred chose to go with a traditional item system like League or Smite, which honestly fine by me. The card system was definitely unique and pretty decent until Epic decided to overhaul that too. I won't go too much into it, but going the traditional route means that everyone has access to all items and you won't need to worry about spending currency to upgrade items or whatever. The items themselves are pretty interesting, and there's something for every build or situation. There's crests that function basically as starter items that evolve throughout the game, and at its final evolution you can choose out of 3 legendary items that have both an active and a passive. You don't have to run starter items though, it's up to you. I don't think there's a meta yet, so I can build anything I want without getting judged, yes sir. Onto gameplay itself, it's, well, Paragon. But it has better pacing, a better map than Monolith in my opinion, solid character kits, and a good item system. It has a role pick phase in the hero select, and that's great because it means there won't be 3 junglers and 2 carries running around in place. Games last 25 to 30 minutes, I think that's standard for a MOBA. The longest one was 41 minutes as Murdoch. It was a close game. I had a pretty stable experience, a bit of lag here and there, but no hit latency or anything, so for a stress test this is super impressive. I've mostly been playing solo and jungle, and I could definitely play better. Of course I got my boy Chimera to back me up, and all in all I'm having a super fun time being able to play this beautiful game again. I can't say whether or not this game is ready for open beta, because despite my experience, only Almeida Studios truly knows. So to wrap this vid up, I am definitely rooting for this game since it's been looking the most promising compared to the other 2 remakes. Even if you've never heard of Paragon or Predecessor, if you like MOBAs, keep your eye on this game. They have a community manager now, so they aren't radio silent anymore, thank God. Thanks for watching, I can't wait to see where this remake is headed, and I'll catch you later.